into this match, I would just like to say that the music in the intro that I kind of changed up from the original NPL intro was the start of the track to City of Nightmares by James Durbin, whose new album Ride on Sunset is now on iTunes. Link to that will be in the description if you guys want to go check that out. I really do highly recommend it. James makes some very great music. And yeah, that is all. Anyways, National Pokeball League Season 5 Week 4. This week we play up against Tony Danza, aka Crobat for the win, head coach of the Los Angeles Nidokings. And here's your little bit of a fun fact for this week. Danza and I, we do go way back. And he was the person who actually taught me draft format. And I kind of served under him in the GBA as an assistant head coach. So yeah, you heard that from me. I was Danza's assistant head coach once upon a time, and pretty much the front office before the front office was a bit of a thing. Maybe. Not sure if the front office existed prior to GBA Season 2, but yeah. Pretty much the main thing we get from this is that I was an assistant head coach of Danza. And so, having this match between Master and Apprentice, definitely was looking forward to this. So anyways, looking at teams, I was definitely scared of Reeniclus that match. That thing gets up way too many calm minds. It could be a very big nuisance. Looking at Houndoom and potentially Suicune as some team players, so I do want to keep them alive for as long as Reeniclus is alive. And if I can open up enough holes for Landorus Eye, that thing can sweep. So that's pretty much my game plan coming in this match. So hope you guys enjoy this match, and let's get this show on the road. Starting off, he's going to be leading with Rotom-Mo. I lead with Fortress. I switch here thinking that 1, he could be packing HP Fire. 2, he could trick me. The HP Fire was the least my worries at this point in time. So I'm just expecting a trick. As I go into my Rose Raid, he goes for the Volt Switch and brings out Kangaskhan. I'm not too sure what my what his Kangaskhan to do. So my thought process is switching out into Suicune here to try to take whatever move this thing wants to go for. I thought that this was actually a different Suicune instead that I wanted to bring to this match, but it turns out that Showdown did some Showdown things and didn't save the set that I wanted it to. But I guess it could be a good thing in this case, since he doesn't know my motives for the next match that we have, since we are division rivals and whatnot. But anyways, Kangaskhan goes to the Ice Punch, does absolutely nothing, and it's going to cause him to go out into his Volcanion. And here I failed to call Mind. This is the set that I had originally, but wanted to change, but due to Showdown doing Showdown things, it didn't turn out that way. But it actually kind of benefits me here, because on top of the Calm Mind, I actually am packing the HP Electric, and he's actually going to roar me out here. And this kind of tells me that he doesn't really have too much for Suicune on this Volcanion set, outside of roaring it out. But he does roar me out in a Heliolisk here, which is very beneficial, especially seeing that he doesn't have any electric immunity, so I can just freely Volt Switch against this thing. So that is the plan of action as he does go out into Kangaskhan. I go straight for that Volt Switch as I go out into my Suicune once more, because I'm definitely confident that I can wall this thing. I go for the Ice Beam here expecting Crobat or Rotom-Cut, but he winds up having another Roarmon as I get roared out into Houndoom. I missed the Will-O-Wisp there, which was pretty unfortunate, but seeing as this is a support Kangaskhan, as he shows the Wish there, didn't really affect too much of the game. So, yeah, but Anyways, the pretty obvious switch into Volcanion is very, very obvious. So I'm just going to try going for a Dark Pulse to hopefully knock this thing out. And I am successful with that. And now comes Cobalion. He shows Calm Mind, which is a little bit of a nuisance for my next attack, Fire Blast. Due to the Calm Mind, it doesn't kill. But here he goes for the Focus Blast. That misses. That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be very, very, very important. As you guys will see later. Just keep that Focus Blast miss in mind. And I'm just going to go for a Fire Blast with my Houndoom. Take Cobalion right out. Out comes Crobat. I don't want this. I'm just going to scout for what this thing's going to do. So I'm going to be going out into Suicune. Suicune goes for U-turn, and out comes the Rotom-Mow. And don't want to take Leaf Storm, don't want to take a Volt Switch, so I go out into Rose Raid once again. And out comes Crobat once more. I'm Scarf Rose Raid, and he ends up outspeeding me with this Crobat going for the U-turn, which pretty much confirms to me that this might possibly be either one, a Scarf Crobat, two, my Rose Raid actually ends up tying with this thing. But he ends up going out in Kangaskhan. I get off an HP rocking this thing, which does absolutely nothing. My goodness. So I'm going to be going out into Suicune here. As Kangaskhan sets up a Wish. I go for Scald just to try to get a burn on this thing. I get roared out in a Landorus. And I pretty much know that he's probably going to go for an Ice Punch here. I was thinking about setting up, but pretty much my best play was switching out. I go into Fortress here just to try to get up rocks, because at this point I don't really think he has defog support and whatnot. And yeah, crit? What crit? But now out comes Reuniclus, and this is starting to look like trouble. He sets up a Calm Mind. I go for the Volt Switch, go immediately out in a Houndoom. And I'm just going to go for a Dark Pulse here, as he sets up another Calm Mind. And I kind of got a little bit of an explanation. Joel here saying that he should have gone straight for the Focus Blast there. But, yeah, that kind of is what it is. But here I'm going to try to set up a nasty plot to try to get a little bit more chip damage on this thing with the Dark Pulse. And here I reveal my Chople Berry, and I live with 7%. This is where the Focus Blast miss from Cobalion actually comes into play. If that Focus Blast didn't miss, then Reuniclus could have taken me straight out. And pretty much at that point, we are looking at a Reuniclus sweep and a 4-0 loss for the purse. So I'm just very fortunate that that Focus Blast missed there. Oh yeah, and I did a little bit of a calc on top of that. Danza actually got a low roll on the Focus Blast. If he gotten a higher roll, Houndoom would have been knocked out. I will pretty much leave a little bit of an annotation for the calculation. But anyways, Houndoom is going to go for a Dark Pulse once more, take out the Reuniclus, and pretty much this kind of helps out the Swamperts a lot. I think we pretty much won at this point, or I thought we pretty much won at this point, but I stack off Houndoom to Crobat's U-turn, and I go for a Shadow Ball there. I don't have, what's that move? Sludge Bomb on my Rose Raid, because I need a little bit of coverage for that Reuniclus. That's why I'm carrying Shadow Ball. But here he goes for the Hidden Power. This pretty much has me thinking that he might be carrying the HP Fire. So I pretty much try to go into Landers here and go for Gain. But it turns out he is Ice. But, what can you do? So that pretty much kind of sort of confirms to me that his Rotom-Cut is kind of sort of wall by Fortress to an extent. I mean, it did take 45%, so I could live a couple of hits. get off some damage here and there. And have Helios or Suicune do some stuff here and there, maybe? But now out comes Suicune. I can pretty much take whatever hit that this Crobat wants to dish out. It goes for U-turn, and I'm just gonna try going for an Ice Beam to try to catch the Rotom-Cut on the switch, but Kangaskhan kind of works. I do get a burn on the next Skull, as he does set up a Wish, and here I try to maybe catch that Rotom-Cut, trying to catch the Wish, but seeing from the Volcanion earlier, he pretty much knows better and just goes for Protect there. Makes a very smart sack there, sacking off Crobat, and I kind of capitalize on said sack and go for Calm Mind. And kind of there, I kind of lapse on the fact that this Kangaskhan is packing Gore, so I go for a second Calm Mind, but Helios comes out, and I'm just going to go for a Focus Blast of my own, take out the Kangaskhan, and his last Pokemon is Rotom-Cut, and I'm just going to fire off a Dark Pulse and take the 3-0 victory. So, definitely a very important set of hacks on Lance's end. If that Focus Blast didn't miss, and if he didn't get that low roll on his Focus Blast with Reeniclus, albeit it was a 12.5% chance that Focus Blast would have taken me out, he would have won this match 4-0. Just, I'm very sorry that happened, but hacks is hacks. But anyways, next week the San Antonio Swamperts go into Phoenix, and it's actually a 2-game road trip to Phoenix. First Phoenix team that we'll be facing, I believe, is the superior Phoenix team, the Phoenix Sunkern, and then followed up with that with the Phoenix Sunflora, the inferior Phoenix team. Hey Riz, you said it yourself, the Phoenix Sunkerns are definitely better. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this battle, rate, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys next time.